Did you know that over half of the tomato purees on the shelves of American supermarkets contain dangerous levels of pesticide residue? According to the latest lab reports, millions of American families could be pouring chemicals linked to cancer and hormonal disruptions onto their pasta every single day. 12 out of 20 tested products failed to meet basic safety standards. We're not talking about some obscure, no-name brands from a corner market. These are products you probably have in your kitchen right now, from stores like Walmart, Kroger, and Aldi, and even some of the pricier organic labels. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly 5 brands that you need to throw out immediately. I'll also reveal 2 products that are actually guaranteed to be safe in 2026. But first, you have to understand how the food industry is turning your health into profit in their bank accounts. Stay until the end, because this information could protect your family from serious health problems down the road. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my mission is to expose what the food industry wants to hide from you. Today, we are breaking down the tomato puree market piece by piece. We'll start with the cheapest store brands, move through the shocking truth about organic products, and finish with how the packaging itself can be a source of poison. If you care about your family's well-being, hit that like button and subscribe so we can continue making these investigations. Now let's start at the bottom shelf. When you pay less than $2 for a jar of tomato puree at a store like Walmart or Aldi, you have to ask yourself one simple question. How is that even economically possible? Consider the cost of transportation from Italy, the glass jar, the store's markup, and yet you're only paying $1.49? The answer is as simple as it is disgusting. I call it the leftover system. Imagine a crate filled with perfect, red, ripe tomatoes. Next to it, there's a pile of fruit that's already gone soft, has black spots, or is literally falling apart. These are the tomatoes that even a pig would turn its nose up at. In normal production, these rejects go straight into the trash. But in the cheap puree industry, everything gets thrown into one giant blender. It's true that mold spores are killed during the pasteurization process. However, their toxic byproducts, known as mycotoxins, survive the heat just fine. You are essentially buying a juice made from rotting tomatoes, which is slowly poisoning your organs over time. Number 5 on our list is Great Value strained tomatoes from Walmart. This store brand consistently shows elevated levels of mycotoxins in lab tests, and it costs around $1.89 for an 18-ounce jar. You might save $1, but you're paying for it with the health of your liver and kidneys. The production sources remain unclear, and quality control varies dramatically from one batch to the next. Coming in at number 4 is Kroger's Classic Passata. Priced at about $1.99, this product follows the exact same dangerous pattern. Laboratory analysis revealed traces of multiple fungicide residues in the product. This combination creates what scientists refer to as the cocktail effect, where the industry tests each pesticide individually to set so-called safe limits, but never accounts for the combined impact of all these chemicals hitting your system at once. But inside your body, these substances don't just add up, they multiply. 3 pesticides found together in a single jar don't give you 3 times the risk. They give you 10 times the risk. Each chemical supercharges what the others are doing to your cells. Now, let's get to the brands you think are safe. You pay more money, so you assume you're getting quality. Number 3 on our list is Homestead Farms Classic Passata. Priced at around $2.50, this American brand markets itself as traditional and trustworthy. But tests detected residues of acetamiprid, a neonicotinoid insecticide linked to nervous system damage. The label proudly displays its American heritage, but the contents tell a very different story. And here's the worst part. On so many of these jars, you see the words 100% Italian tomatoes. Sounds great, right? This is what I call label washing. And here's how it works. Companies import the cheapest tomato concentrate they can find from China. They ship it to Italy, There they just add water, bottle it, and can then legally write "Made in Italy" on the label. You're paying for the Italian sunshine, but you're getting Chinese concentrate with pesticides that aren't even legal in the United States. The Environmental Protection Agency sets maximum residue levels for every pesticide. These limits exist for a reason. When products exceed them, your body starts accumulating toxins faster than it can eliminate them. Your liver goes into overdrive trying to filter these chemicals, and your kidneys struggle to flush them out. Over months and years of regular consumption, this constant burden weakens your organs. Children face an even greater risk because their bodies are still developing. Their smaller size means the same amount of a pesticide creates a much higher concentration in their bloodstream. Pregnant women pass these chemicals directly to their unborn children through the placenta. The damage begins before a child even takes their first breath. This is why choosing the right tomato puree matters so much for every family. Number 2 is a shocker for everyone. We're talking about Green Valley Organics tomato puree, an organic brand that costs $4.99, a brand that promises purity. In lab tests, this product received only a satisfactory rating. How is it possible that you're paying more than double the price, yet getting worse quality than some of the cheap, conventional brands? The answer lies in what I call the organic paradox. Organic tomatoes don't have a chemical shield to protect them. Farmers can't spray them with synthetic fungicides, which means they're far more susceptible to mold and rot. To control this properly, a producer would have to inspect every single tomato by hand. That costs money. Instead, they cut corners. You pay a premium price for the organic certificate, and you get mycotoxins, toxic compounds produced by mold, as a free gift. The certification only guarantees that synthetic pesticides weren't used during cultivation. It does not guarantee that the final product is actually any cleaner or safer for you to eat. Number 1 on our list of dangers is Rao's homemade tomato puree, that premium Italian brand with the gold label you see in every fancy cooking show. At around $5 a jar, this product positions itself as a luxury item. But lab analysis detected residues of tebuconazole, a fungicide that directly interferes with your endocrine system. I call substances like these hormone hackers. They act like a counterfeit key in your body. Your system mistakes them for natural hormones and lets them in, like a Trojan horse. The effects? For kids, it can mean premature puberty. For adults, it can lead to fertility problems. You're paying a premium for that gold label, but inside, you're getting the same industrial-grade sludge. Everything I've said so far has been about what's inside the tomatoes. But there's another enemy hiding in plain sight that nobody talks about. If you're buying your tomato puree in a metal can, you need to hear this. Tomatoes are extremely acidic, and that acid acts like a chemical saw. When tomatoes sit in a metal can, the acid immediately begins to attack the can's inner lining. This releases a substance called BPA, or bisphenol A. BPA is yet another hormone hacker. Your body can't tell the difference between it and estrogen. Studies have linked BPA to infertility, behavioral disorders in children, and an increased risk of breast cancer. When you buy canned tomatoes, you're basically drinking the packaging along with the sauce. The solution is simple. Always choose glass jars. Glass is chemically inert. It doesn't react with the acid and doesn't leach any substances into your food. It's the only truly safe option. After all these horror stories, you're probably wondering if you can even eat pasta anymore. The answer is yes, but only if you know 2 specific names. The gold standard is Mutti Passata in a glass jar, which costs around $6 for a 24-ounce bottle. This family-owned company from Parma, Italy, follows what I call the 24-hour rule. They process every single tomato within 24 hours of being picked, giving mycotoxins no time to develop. They're bottling sunshine, not mold. Every batch is tested, and every bottle meets the highest international food safety standards. Your best value option is the Italiano Passata from Lidl. specifically the version in the glass bottle that costs around $2.50. Lab tests gave it a very good rating. The tomatoes scored high on what I call the sweetness thermometer, which is a measure of their natural flavor profile. Higher scores mean the tomatoes were allowed to ripen longer on the vine, under the real sun. No chemicals, just pure fruit, at a price that won't destroy your budget. Both are in glass. Both passed their tests with flying colors. You're no longer a victim, you're an insider. Here is your action plan. Rule number 1, glass over cans, always. Acid plus metal equals hormone hackers in your food. Rule number 2, the 3-ingredient test. The label should only list tomatoes, salt, and maybe citric acid. If you see starches or natural flavors, put it back on the shelf. Rule number 3, the price threshold. In 2026, anything under $3 is almost